So my question is this: why are so many personalities in the television and music industries involved in Illuminati practices? Why are so many politicians involved within Illuminati circles? It seems as though there is a fixation on this very secretive organization called the Illuminati. What seems to be groundbreaking is that their hidden agenda is making its way out into the open for the world to see. I still recall the most famous words by Herbert Walker Bush when he gave a speech to the world as President of the United States, January 16, 1991, when the Gulf War started. He says, "This is an historic moment. We have in this past year made great progress in ending the long era of conflict and Cold War. We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN founders." So does the New World Order that Bush Sr. talks about, is it intertwined with the Illuminati? We hear so much about in today's world. I believe it is. There is an agenda taking place in full force, especially in the year 2015. What will transpire that will cause the world to want to be part of a new world order? Will the Great War happen? Will there something dire come from outer space? Again, another speech that Ronald Reagan gave as president is also very telling. He is quoted in his speech to the Falston High School students and faculty on December 4th, 1985. He told the students and faculty, "When you stop to think that we're all God's children, wherever we may live in this world, I couldn't help but say to him, just think how easy his task might be in these meetings that we held if suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet outside this universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that what we have between our countries, and what we would find out once and for all is that we really are human beings here on this earth together." He then also made similar remarks to the United Nations in New York. Now I'm going to read to you the top 15 list of the Illuminati, the facts that you need to know. Illuminati is a Latin word meaning enlightened ones. The Illuminati is a group of individuals who believe that they are more enlightened than everybody else. When Adam Weishaupt organized the Bavarian Illuminati on May the 1st, 1776, he intended that members of his group would help him fight the supposed false teachings and religious ideas of the day. He opposed religion and instead favored scientific pursuits. The Illuminati of today likewise oppose mainstream organized religion and prefer their own sense of enlightenment. Number 2, the Illuminati is a secret society. Duke Karl Theodore banned secret societies in the year 1785. In effect, the Illuminati had to become an even more secret organization than it already had been. Although many people have heard of the Illuminati, very few people understand what this society does. Members of the Illuminati are generally not publicly associated with a group, so this adds to the secretive nature of the Illuminati. Number 3, the Order of the Illuminati sponsors the New World Order. As a whole, the Illuminati is a major supporter of the New World Order, a platform advocating global government. Such a global government is planned to be far-reaching and dictatorial in nature, putting power over politics, religion, and economics in the hands of a select few. Number 4, members of the Illuminati have already infiltrated every facet of society. The Illuminati conspirators hold position and prominence in both major political parties in the United States, as well as foreign political parties. They lead religious groups and have corrupted the highest levels of Freemasonry. The Illuminati controls many aspects of popular entertainment, the news media, and the education system. Number 5, knowledge of the conspiracy is rationed in order to keep the plan a secret. Many critics of the Illuminati conspiracy theory say that there is no way that so many people could keep such a huge secret. Even if one person blew the whistle, the entire conspiracy would collapse. However, the leaders of the Illuminati are the only ones who know the full details of their plan. All the way down the hierarchy, individuals in the Illuminati are kept in the dark about the main concepts and are simply told enough information to complete their assignments. Number 6, the Illuminati conspiracy is financed through a banking conspiracy, which is only part of the greater plan. Some of the most powerful people in the Illuminati belong to a select few dynasties. The Rothschilds have played a pivotal role in the banking conspiracy for hundreds of years. They financed the French Revolution, as well as both sides of the American Civil War. The Chase, Morgan, Carnegie, Ford, and Rockefeller families are some of the other powerful families in charge of the financial aspects of the conspiracy. Number 7, regional governments come before global government. The Illuminati's top leaders are smart enough to realize that most people oppose global government. People like living in smaller countries that reflect the culture and values that they do. This is why regional governments are the norm today. It is easier to identify at a regional level because the countries within a specific region have a lot in common. Examples of regional governments are the European Union, the African Union, the North American Free Trade Agreement, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the Union of South American Nations. Although some of these organizations never make the news, they hold considerable power in affecting national policies. Number 8, the conspirators manage the global economy through central banks. Mayor Amschel Rothschild once said, "Give me control of a nation's money, and I care not who makes the laws." Most Americans believe that the Federal Reserve Bank is a government-operated bank that meets the financial needs of the country, but this is one of the Illuminati's greatest deceptions. Almost every country in the world has a national bank today. A country's central bank has the power to print money and then loan it out to banks. The central bank can simply invent new money and then sell it to banks, who then sell the money to the public in the form of loans. Such money is made out of thin air and is not backed by a precious metal like silver or gold. Worst of all, these banks coordinate their activities through organizations such as the International Monetary Fund. Number 9, the Illuminati was responsible for 9/11. As soon as the attacks were perpetrated on 9/11, people began to say that the facts didn't add up and that the official story was untrue. While many people began arguing that President Bush had orchestrated the attacks, Bush was actually just a puppet in a greater conspiracy. Governments often attack their own people in order to serve the Illuminati. Conspiracy theorists refer to such occurrences as false flag events. The official stories are always false, and these events are planned for the purpose of initiating new laws that restrict the liberty and citizenry. Mass shootings, terrorist attacks, and simple atrocities are often planned by the Illuminati. This is not to say that real terrorists or murderers do not participate, but such individuals are generally guided by the powers that be. Some people are simply used as scapegoats. Number 10, the Illuminati conspiracy is concealed using the concept of historical accidentalism. This school of thought basically suggests that the tragic events and poor governance of mere accidents. This is the prevailing philosophy in mainstream history. This is why most people are inclined to think that their government means well, even when corruption is exposed. Even though there is ample evidence that Pearl Harbor had been foreseen, Most people are unwilling to abandon their accidentalist views. The same is true in the case of 9/11, the Sandy Hook shooting, the Boston Marathon bombings. President Roosevelt, who led America at the time of Pearl Harbor, said in politics, nothing happens by accident. If something happens, you can bet it was planned that way. Number 11, the Illuminati bred many of the world's evil people. Karl Marx was the founder of communism as we know it. He was a student of the Illuminati. Albert Pike was the founder of the Ku Klux Klan. He was also a member of a secret society. Hitler, Lenin, Stalin, Mussolini, and other dictators had connections to the Illuminati. Number 12. The all-seeing eye has been made a symbol of the Illuminati. While the all-seeing eye is traditionally viewed as a symbol of God, it is used by the Illuminati to mark their presence. This is why it is found on American money, more correctly known as the Federal Reserve notes. The all-seeing eye is also found in the media. The logos of CBS, AOL, Time Warner Cable, and several other large corporations indicate the Illuminati's presence. In addition, the all-seeing eye is a common motive, often hidden from the conscious mind. Hip-hop, rap, pop, and heavy metal artists frequently use such symbolism in their music videos as well. Number 13. Government planes poison the atmosphere. When normal planes fly, they leave what is called a condensation trail. These contrails dissipate within a few minutes. Ever since the 1990s, however, a different type of trail has been noticed coming from certain planes. These are known as chemtrails, or chemical trails. Unlike contrails, chemtrails take a long time to dissipate. They often expand into artificial clouds and stay in the sky for a large portion of the day. Chemtrails are associated with higher levels of aluminum and other heavy metals. Overexposure to heavy metals can cause metal toxicity, a problem characterized by a plethora of physical and mental conditions. Number 14. Psychoactive drugs are used to manipulate and to distort perception. It is no coincidence that most alleged mass shooters are found under the influence of psychoactive drug, of a drug that's psychoactive. Many people are deliberately drugged for the purpose of getting them to perform a task that they would not do if they were sober. Those under the influence of psychoactive drugs generally do not remember the details of being kidnapped, drugged, and commanded to kill. The alleged Aurora Theater shooter, James Holmes, was calmly telling other prisoners details of the conspiracy against him. Shortly thereafter, he was given a higher dosage of drugs and began acting out of control again. Number 15, and the last one. Most people do not believe in the Illuminati conspiracy when they are told about it. This is true for several reasons. Not only is it difficult to understand how or why the conspirators do what they do, but some false conspiracy theories are also invented by the Illuminati in order to discredit true theories. While most people doubt the Illuminati conspiracy is real, current events are beginning to show that the world is not as it seems. It is expected that more people will begin to believe aspects of the conspiracy theory as events continue to unfold. These top 15 lists of the Illuminati were given from www.toplst.com. And this is Truth Watcher, and thank you for listening. I appreciate it, and have a great day. And be sure also, at the end of this video, on the last credits, there are 3 websites. Look those up, and it'll give you some insight as to who is actually doing a lot of the legwork for the Illuminati. God bless, and keep your heads up. Until then.